Shalom Uvracha from Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. We are privileged this evening to study in our second Haftarah series, the Haftarah of the sections of study of this week, Parshat Matot-Masei. Whenever there are two sections of study together, whenever there are two sections of the Torah that are read on any given Shabbat, the general rule is that we read the Haftarah of the second Parsha. Therefore, what we're studying tonight, I'm calling it the Haftarah of Matot-Masei, but it's also the Haftarah of Parshat Masei, taken from the second chapter, and then we read one verse also from the third chapter, the second chapter of the book of Yirmiyahu, the book of Jeremiah. The reading this Shabbat is one of the three special readings, introductory readings to the theme of Tish'a B'Av. We read last week also from Jeremiah. We read from Yirmiyahu chapter 1 last week, a little bit into chapter 2. This week we continue where we left off last week, and next week we read the third of the Haftarot taken from the book of Isaiah. So we're studying this evening Jeremiah chapter 2. God is speaking about the levels of the Jewish people's activities in the land of Israel, and various explanations as to why the destruction of Jerusalem was ever so near. I'm fascinated by one of the verses in this Haftarah, and I have given a lot of thought to these words because these words are paraphrased in blessings that we say almost every day. We say whenever we eat cake, whenever we eat the grapes, whenever we drink wine, whenever we eat any of the 7 special species of Eretz Israel is blessed with, we have something called bracha achat me'ein shalosh. Most people perhaps know it as the bracha of al ha-mechya v'al ha-kalkala. Remember that blessing? Al ha-mechya v'al ha-kalkala. We thank God for al ha-eitz v'al pri ha-eitz, al ha-gefen v'al pri ha-gefen. I'm sorry? Not bread. Bread has a special blessing. Right? This is the shortened form of that. And we mention in that blessing that we ask God to bring us to Eretz Yisrael. V'ha'aleinu l'tocha v'samachenu b'vinyana. We want to rejoice in the rebuilding of Eretz Yisrael, the rebuilding of Yerushalayim. V'nochal mipirya v'nizba mituva. We want to get to Eretz Yisrael. We want to get to Yerushalayim. V'nochal mipirya. We want to be able to enjoy the consumption of the fruits of Israel. We want to enjoy and benefit from, be satiated with all the bounty, all of the blessings of the great blessings of Eretz Yisrael and of Yerushalayim. The question is, if we want to go to Eretz Yisrael, is that what we want to do in Israel? I mean, Baruch Hashem, all the people sitting here in Eretz Yisrael, I hope all the people viewing are either here already or on the next plane tonight, Bezrat Hashem, with us, I hope, way before next week. Why do you want to go to Eretz Yisrael? Because they have such delicious fruits in Eretz Yisrael. Let us eat the fruits of Israel. I love the fruits of Israel. I try to enjoy the fruits of Israel. Is that what Israel's about? Let's get to Israel to eat the fruits. That's what we want to go to Israel. There's so many blessings in Israel. Now I don't want to, God forbid, say anything negative about the fruits of Israel. We do have the most. Of course, I'm completely without any prejudice at all. I'm just speaking, just speaking completely objectively. Right? I mean, for sure. I mean, anybody who knows anything about the fruits of Israel, many of the fruits of Israel are exported all over the world. There are people eating the oranges of Eretz Yisrael. I remember growing up with. I don't want to say anything about the other oranges, wonderful oranges. I grew up in the United States. We were able to get an orange for Eretz Yisrael. Everybody knew that. Tomatoes till today. I have relatives in New York. I hope on the way to Yerushalayim. I have relatives in New York who look for what's it called? Carmel tomatoes. They say there are no tomatoes. There are no tomatoes. Yeah, that's all true. And Israel has won international competitions and wine competitions. But that's what it's about. That's what it's about. And you know, in the Gemara it says, in the book of Devarim, over and over again, especially in chapter 3 of Deuteronomy, especially in Parshat Hanan, Moshe is begging God, please God, let me get into Eretz Yisrael. I want to be able to cross over the Jordan. I want to enter the land of Israel. I want to enter the promised land. So the rabbis ask, why does Moshe want to go into Eretz Yisrael? What is it about Eretz Yisrael that Moshe Rabbeinu was on the perfected level? Moshe Rabbeinu was on the perfected level of behavior. Did he need really to get into Eretz Yisrael for that which he had to do? There was no human being who was on a closer level of connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu more than Moshe Rabbeinu. What was it about Eretz Yisrael? So the Gemara phrases it as follows, and I'm reading from Tractate Sotah, page 14a. Darash Rabbi Simlai. Rabbi Simlai offered the following elucidation. He offered the following drasha. Mipnei ma nit'ava Moshe Rabbeinu l'kanes la'Eretz Yisrael. What is it? What was it about Eretz Yisrael that Moshe? V'chi le'echol mipirya hu tzarich. Was Moshe in need of eating the fruits of Israel? O lisba mituva hu tzarich. He had to benefit from the many benefits of this. Is that what Moshe wanted? That's what he needed. No, so the Gemara says, no, that's not it. Elakach amar Moshe, harbei mitzvot mitzavu Yisrael, ve'ein mitkayemin ela be'eretz Yisrael. There are many commandments, many commandments, which can only be fulfilled in the land of Israel. We have a whole series of commandments called mitzvot hatiluyot ba'aretz, commandments that are connected inherently to the land of Israel. So Rabbi Epstein asks in his commentary, it's a beautiful commentary, one of my favorite commentaries on the Torah. It's called Torah T'mimah, written by Rabbi Baruch Epstein. I believe parts of the Torah T'mimah have been translated already. I think it's called the Essential Torah T'mimah in English. Anyone from, I think it's available already in English, if I'm not mistaken. It's a beautiful commentary. He quotes Talmudic teachings, sometimes also Midrashic teachings, and then he has notes on the teaching. In other words, it's a running commentary on the words of the Torah. If you're interested in a certain Talmudic passage and how it relates to a particular text, one of the great places to study it is in Torah T'mimah. You look on a certain verse, on the particular verse of your study, you study Torah T'mimah, where he quotes a Talmudic text or a rabbinic teaching, and then what's even more precious is beautiful notes. There's beautiful questions and insights. Asks Rav Epstein, and I'm reading his words from his commentary on chapter 3, verse 25 of Deuteronomy, where Moshe Rabbeinu was saying, I want to go cross over the Jordan. I want to enter Israel. Slicha. I want to enter the land of Israel. He says, the Gemara here negates the concept that Moshe wanted to enjoy the fruits of Israel. That's not what it's about. Dilefi drasha zo. According to this interpretation, according to this sermon, according to this explanation of Rabbi Simlai, tzarich iyun benusach habracha me'ein sheva. I think it should be me'ein shalosh. It says here me'ein sheva. I think it should be me'ein shalosh. I think it's a mistake. Tzarich iyun benusach habracha me'ein shalosh. The shortened form of the... Sorry?
Shivat Aminim. That's why. Yeah, but you say bracha and also.
I don't think it's called bracha me'ein sheva. Bracha me'ein sheva.
Because if you eat a shear of grapes, a shear of olives, a shear of any Shivat Aminim, you have to do bracha.
I think the bracha is. Do we have another copy of Torah Tmima at home? A different one. Bracha Me'en Sheva is a different blessing. Bracha Me'en Sheva is the blessing that we say Friday night when we don't repeat the Amidah. Magen Avot B'Dvaro, that's called Me'en Sheva. I think it's a mistake. And this bracha is called Me'en Shalosh. It's like a shortened form of the three blessings of the Brichat HaMazon blessing. V'da, did someone go and look for another copy of this? No. Okay. Dad, the Lefi Dresha Zo, Tzarich Iyun B'nusach HaBracha Me'en Shalosh. I think it should be Shalosh. We say Uvnei Yerushalayim Rak Kodesh V'Merav Yameinu, and rebuild the city of Jerusalem quickly in our days. Baruch Hashem. Hopefully it's happening right now in front of our eyes. And bring us up to Yerushalayim. You know, v'samchenu v'binyana v'nochal mipirya v'nisba mituva. We pray every day, sometimes many times a day. We want to eat the fruits of Israel. Bring us to eat the fruits of Israel. We want to eat the fruits of Israel, and the Gemara says that that's not the reason why Moshe Rabbeinu wanted to come to Eretz Yisrael. V'halo kimevuar. However, asks Rav Epstein, we see in the Talmudic passage here, ein min hamidah levakesh haknisa leEretz Yisrael letachlit zo. That's not the reason. That's not the reason to ask to enter the land of Israel. V'af ki bevadai ein re'aya mi Moshe Rabbeinu l'chlal Yisrael. Perhaps you'll say, well, maybe Moses is different than the rest of the people. How could they possibly establish such a nusach, such a text of a blessing, which seems to go against the Talmudic blessings, the Talmudic teachings? V'tzarich iyun rav. He says this matter needs further clarification, and needs to be examined very carefully. And I saw in the Oznaim LaTorah, Rabbi Sorotsky, and this was a commentary that my beloved father, my esteemed Abba, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, he very much enjoyed this commentary on the Torah. It's called Oznaim LaTorah. It was written by Rav Zalman Sorotsky, and he quotes the question of the author of the Torah Tmima. And he says, well, maybe the Gemara means Moshe Rabbeinu didn't need the fruits of Israel. The Torah Tmima says, he mentions such a thing. He says, well, maybe you'll say that Moshe Rabbeinu was different. He says, according to one school of thought in Kabbalah, maybe just eating the fruits of Israel bring people to new levels of connection, to higher levels of spirituality. All those people who want to try a different way of getting closer to a different way of getting closer to God. It's just like enjoy the fruits of Eretz Yisrael. He says, Al pi Kabbalah, achilat peirot Eretz Yisrael mesugelet lashrish b'leiv adam yirat shamayim. Maybe there's a certain kind of connection between just eating the fruits of Israel, the holy fruits of Israel. The holy fruits of Israel bring about a certain level of connection to God. So therefore, he says, well, the Gemara's question means, did Moshe Rabbeinu want to eat the fruits of Israel? Did he want to go into Israel? If a person is lacking in Yirat Shamayim, if a person is longing to get closer and closer to God, as is everyone who's not on the level of Moshe, that means everybody. Okay, so they could want to enter the land of Israel to be able to enjoy the fruits of Israel, which according to the school of thought in Kabbalah can bring about a certain kind of connection. But Moshe Rabbeinu, and he quotes here Talmudic teachings where Moshe tells the Jewish people, it says in the Torah, and now, O Israel, what does God want of you? All God wants of you is just to have reverence for God. All God wants is yirat. V'ata Yisrael ma Hashem Elokecha shoel meimach kiyim liyirat Hashem. Only yirat Hashem. Only a certain level of awareness of God. So the Gemara says, only awareness of God. That's like the most challenging of all accomplishments. So the Gemara says, no. To Moshe Rabbeinu, it was a relatively easy task, and this is the whole discussion here. I would like to point out, and I'm sure that all of these great rabbis knew it, but I want to point it out anyway. I don't see it in their writing. That in our Haftarah, and this is the text that I would like to just focus on for a few seconds. In our Haftarah, the Haftarah of Parshat Masei, this year, the Parshat Matot-Masei together, The way Eretz Yisrael is described, I'm reading from chapter 2, verse 7 of Yirmiyahu. Perek Bet, Pasuk Zayin. Va'avi, these are the words of the prophet. Va'avi etchem el Eretz HaKarmel. I have brought you to this fruitful land. Le'echol piryah v'tuvah. It's a pasuk b'forash. It's a pasuk b'forash in Tanakh. It's a pasuk b'forash in the Navi. The questions are still questions. What does it mean? How does it mean? What do you mean? I brought you to Israel to eat fruit. I brought you to Israel to enjoy. Many people don't know that. I really do think that. I think there are many people don't really know that concept. I think when the Torah emphasizes over and over again, this is a wonderful land, this is a blessed land, this is an Eretz Tovah, Rechava, this is an Eretz Zavat, Chalav, Udvash, and it's flowing with all the blessings of milk and honey and date honey and bee honey. This is a wonderful land, and Lo Techsar Kol Ba, you will be lacking nothing in Eretz Israel. There are many people's perception of Israel, I think mistakenly, is even some people who are willing to make the self-sacrifice of coming to Israel. May all of them be blessed. Many people have in their mind that, okay, I'll go to Israel, but in Israel, maybe I'll just survive on the bare minimum. There's nothing available in Israel. I'll have to give up all the pleasures of the world, all the delights of the world, all the delicacies of the world, and I'll come to Israel. Maybe the Torah keeps saying over and over again, no, it's not true. I'm bringing you to the most blessed land in the world. This is not the land that was given to us, God forbid, by some sadistic force. This is the ultimate level. This is the ultimate level of matana. Whatever it is, Eretz Yisrael is described here. Va'avi etchem el Eretz HaKarmel. I brought you to this wonderful, beautiful, beautiful, sweet land, the Eretz HaKarmel, the land that's filled with fruitful, fertile soil, fruitful blessings. Le'echol piryah v'tuvah, to enjoy its fruit, to enjoy its bounty, to enjoy its blessings. And this is the source, and this is the source of the beracha that we recite. This beracha is recited all over the world. Baruch Hashem, those people in Eretz Yisrael already tasting the fruits of Eretz Yisrael, tasting the bounty, enjoying the blessings, Bezrat Hashem, to be joined by people all over the world, especially when they read the Haftarah of this week. I'm sure, as they read about Eretz HaKarmel, Lechol, Priya, V'Tuvah, I'm sure way before next Shabbat, we'll have at least 14 million brothers and sisters enjoying with us the fruits and the blessings and the joys of the wonderful, blessed land of Eretz Yisrael. It is a mitzvah to be in Eretz Yisrael. This is the parasha. I wish I had time to speak about it, but this is the parasha which, according to certain schools of thought, maybe we once spoke about it on a different tape. Maybe when we spoke about the parasha, that this is the parasha, one of the many places in the Torah where it emphasizes the importance of living in Eretz Yisrael. When you live in Eretz Yisrael, I brought you to this land to enjoy. We do hope that everyone will be able to make the trek to get to Eretz Yisrael, make that great step, take the great step of arriving in Eretz Yisrael, of at least first visiting Eretz Yisrael, walking in Eretz Yisrael, living in Eretz Yisrael, and ultimately enjoying Eretz Yisrael. And those levels of enjoyment will help us, instead of these weeks being preparatory stages for the saddest day of Tisha B'Av. We hope that this year already, as we learn about the great blessings of Eretz Yisrael, will help the Tisha B'Av mode turn around to great levels of joy and festivities with the building of the third temple, with the ingathering of the exiles, and with Tikkun Olam. Thank you so much for listening.